Hello and welcome to another edition of Painless Fodder wonders what Mindless Machines was doing when he logged off. And if you want to know what we're talking about, there's the Orange District. And here's a big hole that wasn't here when I left.
Yeah, it's giant. And you know, that's not even the most astounding thing about it. It was the shock and terror of freezing the server and wondering just how much damage was going to result when the server finally figured out what to do with all the information. So what I did was, if you recall from last episode, we had talked about digging a hole down and putting some dynamite in it and kind of opening it up and, I don't know, putting something under here. So I thought, okay, well, I'll do that. And the logic was I just did a single pillar all the way from top to bottom and blew a rather small tunnel that got stopped by water, and I got kind of annoyed of that. So I did a fill command instead. And I just kind of dug a small tunnel one direction and dug the tunnel another direction and kind of said, okay, there's my two corners that defines my volume for the fill command. And I filled it in. I didn't even think about it to think, okay, well, you know, when we're talking cubic volume, we're talking a lot of blocks. You know, it's exponentially larger than, say, a flat plane. But, well, let's just say I built 22,000 blocks of TNT with a fill command that then all went off at basically the same time due to various points of ignition from lava and etc. Well, and anyway, I didn't expect it. I was down in the tunnel when it happened, and I was able to get up to about here when my screen froze, and I could see there were TNT blocks being launched above my head at this point. I just kept thinking, oh no, it's going to go all the way up and just decimate the Orange District. And after about 2 hours of sweating and being very, I mean, the anxiety level at the house was high. It wasn't just me, but Carrie here as well was anxious on our behalf. She was our anxiety by proxy. But 2 hours later, it unfroze. The server figured out how exactly to calculate what happened, and it figured out what the sum was, and you're looking at it. And wow, am I glad that the damage didn't go much higher than where we stand. Because if you come down here, the hole is huge.
Yes.
And, you know, consider this is stone, right? So, I mean, TNT can blow up, it's like, what, a 3-block diameter through stone?
Around there.
And, I mean, this volume is just absolutely enormous.
It's kind of nice.
I really like it, because if you get to flying down here, there's enough room that you can really swoop around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I like this a lot for that. So I guess what I'm thinking is somehow we should connect it to the Orange District. Like, is there a tunnel that you can fly up through that leads you to the Orange District or something?
Well, I worked on something not as huge as this. But if we go up there, I'll show you what I did. It's kind of anticlimactic now. But, let's see, other side, this side. Okay. So if you go down on this side to the secret laboratory area, if you remember how to get there.
Yeah, working my way there. It's well hidden. I have to actually look pretty hard for the entrance.
Yep. That's the point. I did this. Basically, an automatic potion brewer, and I did make one of each time, obviously, to test it. So we have health, we have fire resistance, and night vision. So you just click on your ingredients, and then it would make the potions, and then you can either put them in the chest or take them with you. And there's water bottles in one of the chests, so it keeps feeding in water bottles and yada yada. And then I said, Then I said, okay, well, we probably should have a way to get out, because, you know, quick escape if you're doing that. So you have a little switch there. It opens up so you can go down to your hole. That's when I noticed your hole, by the way.
So you made the water elevator, and you went, wait a minute, what's going on down there?
There's something down there. And then I said, well, there may be mobs down there, so I made the weapons activation switch.
Oh, weapons activation. This sounds like fun.
Yeah. So if you want to go out, don't stand in front of them. I haven't actually seen it, so I might activate it and come out too. So I'm going to go ahead and activate it.
Yes. That is awesome.
So it shoots them out, which means they'll arc down, and then it has some that shoot straight down. So you kind of...
Wow.
It's a nice little protection, and it's all the way around. So
that is awesome.
I thought that was needed. So
wow, that's and if this is technically the entrance, you know, from below, this is quite a formidable defense. You got to get past this arrow rain and climb up this water tunnel, like what, 200 blocks, something like that. Oh man, this is brilliant.
So that's what I did. Obviously not as huge, and some of the arrows, it looks like get stuck on the top of the thing, but hey, that's not that many.
Yeah, and some of them ride very slowly down the waterfall. It's actually quite comical to watch.
Oh. So, you know. But yeah, I did this, and then it's like, well, I wonder, you know, where it lands, because I was going to put a little place so if you jumped out or something, you could land in water, and that's when I saw the hole. And I said, well, yep, we're not going to do something there.
Well, we still can.
But it does take you straight down the hole.
This could be covered. You know, I mean, we could cover this and have a sort of a false entrance to it.
Well, that would be pretty easy. Let me turn off that water. And get back up there.
I had this structured out really nice. It looked kind of like a big giant well, and then I, you know, blew part of the framing apart. Yeah. When I had a near catastrophe.
I suppose we can say part of the framing. That's a good term. Part of the framing, the everything else too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it just devastated this area. It was really quite incredible to watch while it was actually still functioning.
So, all we need then to do is you're doing that.
It's so weird. Sometimes you get. I've noticed when you do this weird dynamite thing where you blow a bunch of stuff up all at once, you can't put blocks in some places where there used to be a block that got blown up. Unless you got to use a fill command, which is really odd.
Let's see here. I need to... What we can do is one of these dudes. Yeah, be careful with those fill commands now.
You know, I should have thought about it. 22,000 is a bit extreme. You know, I get so used to filling large areas anymore that the number 22,000 didn't seem like anything, you know, at a glance. Mm-hmm. And then after it started blowing itself up and lagging and ultimately freezing, it struck me. It's like, well, okay, duh. That's a lot of calculations. 22,000 TNT blocks is significantly more calculation than 22,000 stone blocks, you know?
Yeah. That's okay. I think you got to blow up big areas every now and then.
I mean, it was hilarious, but also terrifying. I thought I just bonked the server up pretty bad.
No, just made it interesting.
Well, I think an element of chaos is welcome every now and then.
Yeah.
You got to have that wild card, right?
And I'd say you definitely fit the bill there. I mean, it's a nice hole. I like the hole.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's I think the single biggest TNT explosion I've done yet. And I do not recommend doing one this size.
No. Especially since it took 2 hours to figure it out.
I couldn't believe it, dude. I mean, it was literally after a couple of hours, I was thinking I was going to have to go, hey, dude, I broke the server. Can you restore?
Yeah.
That was a conversation I was not looking forward to.
I would have laughed. I kind of laughed when I saw the hole. It's like, okay, he spent some time.
No, I mean, I didn't, but the server did.
Yeah, I was looking for a TNT cannon kind of thing or something. But
nah, it was
a fill command.
22,000 solid blocks of TNT end to end. It was magnificent, though. The way that they all launched out from kind of a central point at one of the frames was really cool because I was far enough away that it looked like this sort of optical illusion. Really, really cool. But I mean, you know, clearly Minecraft is not set up to handle those kind of calculations on that scale.
No.
And I think a lot of that has to happen server side anyway, and some of it's local, I imagine. But I think most of those calculations are server side, just because of the nature of the voxel game.
Yeah. Why did I just fall off of there? I was holding shift. For the simple fact I was placing down a block. Okay. So what do you want up here, lava or water?
Good question. I mean, I like the idea of having this being like an incredibly secure base. So maybe lava's a great idea, but if we put lava here and that water comes down from above, it's going to create some issues.
It won't. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
So I guess water, but that arrow defense is pretty awesome.
Well, we don't have...
Did I take those whole rows out? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they were all on the one. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Don't worry about it. What I could do is put a sign up there so the water doesn't actually make it out. That'll work. I'll get it. You go do whatever you're doing.
Oh, well, I'm at that point where I'm just cleaning this thing up. Oh, man, I have auto jump enabled. It's so weird.
Yeah, I've tried that. It's not... I'm not a fan.
Well, I had it on because the boys were playing it.
Yeah, I guess if you got used to it, but the problem is if you're doing a farm or anything, you break your crops more than anything else. So... Okay, so there's that. That should keep that out. Let me go up top and fix the water thing, and then we'll put lava down.
Okay, and I'm sealing the water flow on the underside.
So, let's see. The water will come out of here. The piston should be right there, so we put a sign there. And that should take care of that. Now, where's that switch at? Right there. So we'll take that out. Verify. Nope. Don't put lava down yet. That didn't work. Oh. Yeah, that's not gonna work. What I could do Boom. Boom, 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 boom. That should work. Let's verify. Yep. That works. Okay. We're safe.
Cool.
Okay, we'll put that, and that should take care of it. Okay. So now I gotta do is get a lava bucket. We'll do that. And then
Could we could utilize command blocks to switch the lava to water at will, you know, so it switches between water and lava, as if to say that, you know, you could,
okay.
I mean,
I
don't know.
Okay.
It's an idea because you can fill command with water and lava.
It's fine with me. How would we know when to fill it?
Well, would that have to be tied to the switch upstairs for the water elevator?
We could. We put a command block. Put a not. If we had the new 112, we could just have those logic blocks.
I actually haven't read much about those. Are they just giving us logic gates in a singular block now?
Yep. And or not
Exclusive
key
or?
flip-flop.
Oh,
That
is
exciting.
great news.
One block instead of the contraptions we're trying to make.
Well, you know, but the thing is there's kind of a charm to having to make the circuits because you actually learn how to build circuits.
There is, but you can use these blocks to actually fit things in. Then I can't think. Basically, people don't leave a lot of room. I won't mention any names. And it would be nice if I could have, you know, a T flip-flop that doesn't take at the minimum. I think I got it down to 4 blocks when I only have room for 2, you know. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to put in a block because then you can start doing more compact and more intricate stuff in the space without needing a whole room for it.
Right.
It's exciting, I think. Okay, so put a command block there, put a command block there. So this is going to be fill, what's the coordinates, the 4 corners?
Let's see here. First corner is going to be... All right, 130 by 63 by 165.
Okay.
And the other side is 141 by 63 by 156. Shorthand is just water or lava.
Okay, now I may have to move, but I need to copy that anyway, because that's a little close. Let's do this. This will be easier. We'll put 1 there, 1 there. This will be lava, and that will be impulse, need redstone, done. This will be impulse, need redstone, there, that will be water, done. So this will be a simple bonk. And this will be one of those, and since I don't have my new block, one of these. Nope.
Can you force the server to use the unstable versions?
No, we can't. We don't have control over what the server uses. So I think that should work. Again, I'm trying to put something a little too small, but that's okay. We'll move it over one. That'll work.
Well,
Control,
you know, I guess in this situation, it wasn't me who didn't leave you enough room, because I guess you built that entire area, didn't you?
I did. I got the room. I just made the platform a little too small because I thought I could make the redstone do a T, and it refuses to do that.
Yeah.
So I can fix that, which I did. Need redstone impulse, water, done. So all I need to do there is put one of these there. No, one of these there. Into a block. Into one of those. Okay.
That's so weird. So there's a block here that's placed on a half block. Or it's placed on a half coordinate. So it's at, like, instead of being at 130, what would that be? 137, it's at 136.5. That's so weird.
How is that possible?
That's what I'm saying. That's really bizarre.
Yeah, I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah. Well, you can come take a look at it. It's right here.
Okay, 1 second. I
Doing
gotta
weird.
test this whole thing out. Okay, so that's water.
Yep. Currently showing water down here.
It should be lava.
It's obsidian.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
That's water. I'm gonna leave it water for right now.
You need to have 2 command blocks chain, one that turns it to air, and then one that turns it to lava.
Yeah.
Or
I
any other
noticed.
block for that matter.
I noticed that. I didn't think about it, but yeah, it was a little too quick. Or put a delay. Well, yeah, I got to turn it to air first. Okay, so
Yeah,
where's this?
Down here. Look at it. It's so weird.
Okay, you definitely broke the server.
There we go. Fixed it.
Just needed an update. That's all.
I mean, I wasn't joking when I said the server was bonked.
Yeah, it probably was like, yeah, what are you doing?
Like, whatever it is you're trying to do, this was a bad idea. I'm going to think about this for a while.
All right, we're going to make this a little bigger. I wonder if that's going to still work. That one definitely won't. Okay, we're gonna do, yeah. Okay. It's okay, I built this platform right in the way of the arrows. So this is working out on a great. This is just awesome. This is wonderful. What we can do, we'll just sweep this. Yeah, we'll rebuild all this. I have to chain all this out anyway. Let's go this way. So we're going to go down one, go down one, go down one, and then over. Actually, we can keep going down. Is that enough? Should work. That block, put that one there, put that one there. Save that, put that there. Okay. That goes there, that goes there. We want to dump that one down to there. That goes there. That goes there, and this goes down to there. Okay, so there's our line. We can take this one to lava, or that one to, yeah, lava. We'll make that one lava. Probably, this is the chain one. Fill with air, put a little break. We don't need a break. Okay, this one will be fill with air, fill with water. So this one's lava. So this will be pink lava. Awesome. And instead of lava, we'll say air. That will be impulse, needs redstone, done. Chain, always active, done. Okay, this one will be fill with air. Impulse, need redstone. And this one will be water. Chain, always active, done. Okay. So, we hit the switch, you go into there. Awesome. We're going to also put that one there, put a block there. We'll put a redstone torch there. And since we're off, this should turn on. So it should be water right now.
Yep, currently water.
Okay, now I'm going to make my way back up. Figure out how I'm going to get into this sucker. I'm going to get into this sucker. Pity the fool that keeps me out of this. And now it should be lava. Doesn't look like lava.
Looks like air.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's a start.
I mean, it would still be a terrible thing to fall through.
It would be, but that's not the point. So, we did the air, 120 blocks full. And I didn't put in a command, or I didn't save it. Okay. So now I'll do my test yet again, because it failed miserably. Okay. Water.
Yep.
Looks like water. Lava.
Yep.
Woohoo!
There it is.
If the door is shut, you get lava. If the door is open, you fall through, and you can go through, and we need a pool right here. Otherwise, you're going to fall and hit your death. This block right there.
Okay.
That's the one you fall in if you don't hit anything. Now the question is, how do you get back up here?
TP.
Yeah, we probably should put in a TP
Or-
command.
Or maybe we do like a spiral column of slime block jumpers. And you have to make all of the jumps all the way to the top.
We could do that, yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, it sounds like a terrible plan. Oh, hey, here's another one of the half-place block. God, that's so weird.
Yeah, I think you tax the server a little bit.
I mean, it is literally... Yeah, it's putting blocks in really weird places. There's 2 of them.
Okay, so... This is kind of cool. Got lava. Do you want it lava or water?
Either way, I'm working down in the basement.
Bam. It's just fun to fall through there. So what are we doing here?
I'm just amazed at these blocks that are partially off.
Yeah. If you put anything on it, it'll fix itself.
I know, it's just awesome.
Update.
It's just such an unusual thing. You just don't see that in Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, I have seen it in a video every once in a blue moon, like maybe twice. I've seen it, but it takes something like what you did to cause it.
Yeah, the blocks are untouchable in that state too, which is really fascinating.
Oh yeah, it doesn't know where it's at.
It's like it's still in a state of perpetual... It's like a falling block.
So,
yeah, okay.
what's
So
your
I'm
plan?
thinking this entire thing right down here that I framed out is the same shape as the hole above. It's lined up perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And so this, I figured, would be the splash pool.
Okay.
But it's probably going to need to be, what do you think, 3 blocks deep?
Well, you'll slow up a little bit. But yeah, we could do 3. That's fine.
I mean, I guess we can dig down, too.
Oh, 3 is more than plenty. I mean, 1 would probably do it.
I think you need more than 2. Or more than 1 at a fall that height.
Yeah, but you're also slowing down through that water up there.
Yeah, but it's like from that water up there to where we're at is, let's see, like a 56 block difference.
You got armor on? What?
I think armor's going to be necessary then. Let's see if
Okay,
I
you
can-
want to fill that in?
With water?
No, with anything. I don't care. Oh, unless you want to just do the whole thing with a fill command of water. Suppose you could do that.
Yeah.
That would be easier.
Well, it is the fastest way to do it.
Well, I mean, you put your blocks down on the middle layer so your water doesn't run. And then you break the blocks and then everything fills in as a solid pool. So that's what I was doing. And then I was like, well, why don't you just fill command with all water? And then we don't have to do any of that.
Yep, less effort.
So what are we doing down here? What is this?
Well,
what are we doing?
some of this is kind of cool, just the natural formations that happened. But I don't know. I'm thinking this could be... I don't know. This needs to be some kind of either a secret base or an extension to the Orange District, I'm thinking.
Okay. Well, this would be the mad... Okay, I need to know... We're going to have a mad scientist, right? And he's got a way to get down in here, and he controls this. So this can be his underground lair kind of thing.
Okay. So should we just make a bunch of like interesting redstone contraptions down here and just, you know, call them his experiments?
Yeah. I'm just wondering what... We got to name him because I was going to do some pattern on this pool. Internal for light. But then I didn't know what to put in there. So, what's his name?
So yeah,
What
well,
do you
I
think?
like the idea that there's this sort of like evil genius or something that's here, or just some quirky engineer scientist type thing who is working on the underside of this district unbeknownst to people and has a ridiculous way of entering his secret lair.
Yeah. Well, he had to have room to work, and let's face it, there's no room up there, so.
Plus, he's got to keep it all secret.
Yeah. There's a witch somewhere around there, too. I don't know why I'm punching these out. You could do that with a fill command.
Yeah, for some reason I'm doing this all by hand around the outer edges of it. I kind of thought about flattening this entire area at the bottom just because it's so tough to work with bedrock that's been exposed like that.
We could, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll work. Okay.
This could also be in part an entrance to the Black District.
Yeah.
Like one of the one way that you could physically get there without having to use the space hub. I mean, I like that idea that these places are close enough that they're interconnected in some way.
Yeah. We can use these, like we got this lava thing here. We could hollow out a space in the middle. And you'd have to teleport in to get to the Black District. Or we can utilize this little section in here. With the obsidian on top or something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we could definitely punch into this. And
yeah. This pattern thing isn't working. 1, 2,
not doing it for
3,
you, huh?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's why. 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 2 and that. We'll go with that. It's because it's an even number. Makes it hard. Done. Okay. Now, how many on this side did you do? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You and your even numbers.
You know, I try to mix it up. Sometimes odd, sometimes even.
Okay, boom. We could do a secret door into the Black District. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And the reason I thought of that, because the code you need to get into the door, we can use levers, will be listed with these lights.
I'm not sure I follow what you're saying.
If there's a light, then the lever's up. If you see my pattern I'm making.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, let's see. And boom. You made it there. Okay. So where would you want the white district to be? Or the black district entry?
Well, I kind of like the idea of it being underground, and my thought on it was to have a series of rooms where there's, you could, from any room you're in, you could go, say, multiple directions. Like, just to make it simple, say every room has 4 exits. And so one of them would be, the direction you came in, and each room could have traps like monster spawners that pop out after a set time, or various different things, but each room could have its own unique thing. Some of them are safe rooms, maybe it throws out a healing potion or something. So it's kind of like a, almost like a choose your own adventure, and you pick which rooms you go through. So it less of a district and more of like a gauntlet that you have to pass through to get to some, reward room at the end.
Okay.
I don't know. It's still a loose idea, but I like the idea of having completely separated rooms that do different things in terms of commands and whatnot, and some of them are good, some of them are bad. You have to pick the right combination of rooms to either go through all the safe/beneficial rooms and not face the enemies to get to the end safely. Like maybe one where it's just an instant kill room where the floor just instantly turns into lava, and that's it. Which you could still survive with. I mean, you could still, with the right potions, you could still survive it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got the potion up there in the laboratory to get you fire resistance.
Right.
For 8 minutes, so.
Yeah, take that and then go do the puzzle. So if you fall in lava, it's like, well, I'll just swim to safety.
Oh, trying to figure out. I like the idea of putting the room entryway in the lava tubes off to the one side, but I think what I'd have to do, I should have put glowstone. I'm making this way too dark. I don't think there's enough room to do what I want to do there. Yes, good. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put stairs on top of the glowstone if you're wondering what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's all good. Trust your judgment.
I don't think stairs blocks light. Well, you have to get out of the pool, so. I think.
That was a little too high on this side, wasn't it?
Well, this is the right height where I'm at, where you're standing.
It's lower than the rest of the planes.
You sure? This is level.
Yeah, by a... Oh, no, I think you're right. It just looked weird. Fortunately, that's a really simple command to flip back and forth through.
Okay.
It seems like such a massive error when you do a huge fill like that, even though you can just really simply undo a lot of it.
Well, it saves a lot of time. Yeah, that's not good. We don't want to go up the stairs back upside down. Okay, do stairs block the light? I didn't think they did.
Depends on where you're putting them. I think technically you can see the lighting effect in some positions and in others you can't. But according to like the actual light levels on the block, I'm pretty certain that it does block the light from coming out.
Fine. Jeez.
I know.
There's ways around that too. We have water. Okay, and then this. Okay, so now you can get out of the pool. I'm going to go over here. And I want to build out of, need a big wall. Where do I want to put it? Let's do it over here. Okay. Okay, so I want those 2 blocks for now. Now I need some levers. So what do I want to do? I'll get rid of those. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 by 10, I believe. 12 by 10. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So, no, no, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes. Okay. Okay, so, boom. Do. It's off, off. Okay. So then, all I gotta do is that. Okay. Probably should have made this bigger. It's okay, we got room. This is the first one of these I've done, so we will see how this goes. Okay, now we'll turn these back off. Actually, let's turn that on. So yeah, that's good. So this is all of them up, and it's on. Awesome. So then we do that, that, and that. That's awesome. Great. Okay. Now that is 12, so we just need a repeater. Make sure we boost that signal up. Bam. Okay, now let's do below. I'll fill in these blocks. Okay, now let's go see what that code is. Off on, off on, off on. So, boom, boom. Oh, that's not very helpful. So let's do this. So you can tell where it's at. So off, on, off, and then that should be awesome. Awesome sauce. Did I say that?
And bringing back some old ones.
Yes, I am. I'm going to guess most people won't get some of those references. Even though awesome sauce is pretty awesome.
I
That's
mean,
why,
it's in the name, right?
yeah, it's a sauce, and it's awesome.
I mean, it'd be really disappointing if it was called awesome sauce, but was rather lackluster.
Yeah, I think that would just be sauce. Okay, so now
Can't help but think when you talk about awesome sauce, in my head, I'm just thinking of the Mulan Szechuan sauce McDonald's had in promo for Mulan.
I don't think I had any of that sauce.
It was a gag on Rick and Morty's season premiere on April Fool's Day.
Ah,
They made a bit of a running joke out of it. Now there's eBay auctions for McDonald's Szechuan sauce where you just get a photo of it, but they're upwards of like $9,000 right now. Yeah, so you can bid on some McDonald's Szechuan sauce for almost 10 grand, and what you're going to get is a photo of McDonald's Szechuan dipping sauce.
all right. No.
Go capitalism.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth my time or money, but okay.
I tried to break a block and I slapped a bat instead.
I had a
Sorry,
bat
bat.
kind of attacking me there for.
I mean, he flew in my line of sight, so I guess it's mostly his fault. I still feel bad. Poor guy.
And just flying along saying, this was my cave, and you guys come in, start building crap. What are you doing? Let's see, we can.
Yeah, we are kind of invading their territory here. I'm surprised there's any mobs left in here after I blew it up.
They come back. They're,
Repopulated surprisingly quickly, considering I set off an atom bomb down here.
yeah, they probably enjoyed it, actually. It's like, finally some space. Location, got good lighting, as in none. Well, until now. Okay.
I can't tell you how much it appeases my OCD to do a light grid like this.
Well, yeah, when I was looking at the pool trying to put something in there, it's like, even numbers? I'm going to go crazy. I can't do even numbers.
It is funny how like troublesome that can be. You're like, the sequence is so difficult. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Sometimes I'll go odd one direction and even the other direction, just so if it comes to a frustrating point, I just go, I'll build it the other way.
Well, I made it work. And it gave me an awesome idea. So, what I need to do here is, this is a single output. I'm going to take, actually, that's all I really need. So, I'm going to go into a block with this. I'm going to, off of this block, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger just to make things a little easier. We can make a redstone off of this. And then we can take that there. This needs to be just a hair bigger. And then we'll put, actually I only need that. Let's see, that's the knot. We could put that one there. Would that work? Probably not. Could work. Fine. I'll do it this way.
Is this what you sound like when you're programming at work?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just kind of like that Combination of whimsical and frustrated.
Yeah. It's like, okay, fine. You don't want to do it this way, fine. And then
Okay,
I
we'll do
go
it the
do it
hard
the other
way,
way.
but I'm not gonna be happy about it.
I am not happy, mister.
Yeah, it is annoying when the code is uncooperative.
I'm trying to figure out how to fit this in without making this box too much bigger, but I need to go both ways. Let's see. Let's go with my original idea. We'll do that.
Can you go?
We'll do that.
Can you dig down? I guess we're on 4, so you don't have a lot of room under you.
I could do this. That would work. I could take a redstone out of this block. Because really all I need to do is a positive side and a negative side. Command block there. We'll fill this in. And then put a torch here. And then we'll just do a one of these there. And then all I got to do is do that. Do that. And then, let's see, this wall can come. So yeah, going down worked.
Cool.
Didn't even think about it. It's the problem with bedstone. I keep forgetting I can, I mean, I've been dealing with it, but I keep forgetting I can deal with it.
Isn't that weird how, you know, for as many hours as I put into this game, every time I play it on creative and I punch through bedrock, I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I can bust it. Yeah, that's right. Yes, you can. Why aren't you? Well, because it's bedrock. And we'll do and that. Okay. So, hopefully this will work. So, I need the coordinates for this right here. I'll just do it with glowstone, that way I don't get confused. Okay, let's see. F3. I am looking at that block. It says looking at 95, 5, 177. Let me go ahead and get Notepad open so I can remember that. And let me window this. Just 1 second. Gotta resize some windows. There we go. So it is 95, 5, 177, which means it should be 95, 6, 177. We will verify that. 95, 6, yes. Okay. And I am looking at bedrock. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. So if
oh man, look at that grid. That grid is perfect.
I gotta get out of here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's very nice.
Oh, that's perfect.
If you wanted to get a little fancy, what you could do is just on like one of these lines, do something like this, and then that, and did you see where are you at?
Up here. I'm floating above you.
Oh, so something like that, so it looks like a road or a runway. Not that you have to.
It would be kind of fun to have a runway in here. In fact, I mean, if you're flying in, you kind of need a long space to land.
I was just like this big of a space, and it kind of looks like a tarmac or something. So,
could you do sequential lights in 2 rows, one on either side, like the runway lights to tell you which way to land?
Yeah, you could do a redstone lamp with a redstone underneath.
Just a series of repeaters, I guess.
Yeah, and then you'd have a line coming back to start it again. Or put a clock on it, a slow clock. Oh, I think there's a clock too in the logic blocks. I'm not positive, but I think there
Oh,
is
that would
one.
be wonderful.
The only problem is it's not configurable of how fast it goes.
Well, that sucks. Is it just a one tick thing, kind of like the repeat blocks?
Um, it's a little bit slower than that, I think. But with the T flip-flops, you can slow it down.
Huh.
So you'd put
Sweet.
the output on a T flip-flop, which would make it half, and then if you put that onto another T flip-flop, that would put it in half again, so it'd be 4 times slower. So it's workable. I'm excited about them. I think it'd let us do some really cool things. Okay, so
Yeah, I mean, we could do a full refactor. Haha.
yeah.
I know how much you'd love to do that.
Oh yeah, just start over. New world, what do you know? Air zero replace.
Well, we are about due to build another megastructure, I think.
Well, I think this kind of counts.
Yeah, you're pretty much right, I think.
Bedrock. Okay. Okay, and need redstone impulse. Okay, so that is backwards, I think. Let's see. That's off. That should be on. Yeah, it's backwards. It's okay. I can fix that. Control C, get that, go to the end, get rid of the E. So that's air. This one is bedrock. Done. Okay. Okay, now I gotta remember the code. Off, off, on. Off, on. And then it's off, on. Okay. So that's that. And then if I just do anything, there's that. There's that. Okay. So then we just do a bump, bump. Put a command block here. And go ahead and give me a coordinate somewhere in here.
Like, where do you need to be?
Oh, I don't care. This is going to be the TP to the Black District, but we don't have a Black District, so where do you want to teleport to?
Oh, to get to the Black District?
Yeah, this is just kind of a temporary thing at the moment.
Okay.
I just needed a place to teleport to for demonstration purposes.
Okay, let me hunt something out here real quick. Okay, I'm gonna have you land on block number 205.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
166.
And that will be impulse, need redstone, done. Get myself a pressure plate.
If you want to set the direction too, I can tell you how to do that. The facing direction.
That's fine. How do you do that?
It's 2 additional digits after XYZ.
Okay.
After the XYZ, just put a tilde for relative. That's the pitch, so the up down where you're looking. And then after that, space, and then 180. We want you to be facing at 180 degrees from, or I'm sorry, make that negative 180. It should be the same thing, but the game does define that as negative 180.
So TP at P 205.14.166 space tilde space minus 180.
Perfect.
Okay. And then I just do that. And bink.
Bam.
There I am.
So you go through this. I just put it over here, but if you go through this little area here, obviously this will take you back.
Yep. That'll work. Okay. Let me reset everything. That's the bad part about this, but okay, so let me make sure that you can't get in any way, shape, or form. Gotta be, it's not perfectly secure. Let me fix that. So, boom, 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 boom. We can go ahead and close this in that way. Fill that up. Okay, we have a complete secure area here. And I am stuck inside of it. There we go. Okay. Now, over here is the door.
Okay.
And you notice you don't see the door.
Yeah, there's no door.
But you do see a nice lock here. And it's like, oh, how am I going to figure out that code?
That's a lot of variables.
Yeah. Now, if you count, you have 12 on the top. You have 10 on the bottom. Let's go over to the pool. Now, if you count the sides, you have 12 on one side, 10 on the other. So, if you flick the switches that correspond to the glowstone, that's the combination.
Oh, I think I see what you're saying, yeah. Okay.
So, if you don't know that, you're not going to guess it, but if you forget it, it's right here. It's
awesome.
Fairly easy to remember. So, basically off, or no, yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes. So it's leave these up. So it's no, yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes. And the bottom's really easy. It's just
no, yes, yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes, yes.
Yep. And then if you go over to the door,
nice.
You go in and poof, you teleport.
Oh, looking at the ceiling for some reason.
Well, I said tilde, so you must have been looking at the ceiling, or maybe, I don't know. So anyway, then you have to go reset your combination because, you know.
Because it doesn't, yeah, I get it. It doesn't turn itself back off again.
Yeah. But if you have any switch out of order, I'll just flip one of these. Door's going away. Takes every single switch in the right spot for it to work.
Oh, so it's like a big AND gate.
Yep. And
cool.
The ones that you have to have redstone, which inverts their signal. So that's how that works. And it's in bedrock, so you can't break in and see what's going on. But of course we can. But there you go, security system.
Very cool. I like that.
Well, I saw the pattern, and it's like, I think we can use that. So that's your entry to the Black
Well, I built.
District.
I like that. That's cool. I like that we have an organic way to get there, and you have to. It's tricky. It's not an easy thing to know.
Mm-hmm.
But I over here I encased this lava a bit.
Hey, see that?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna build it up a little bit. This side here.
I like it. Let's see, do I have glass? Should have glass.
It's interesting how well it framed that.
Mm-hmm. There's that. Then we'll do this. And I kind of like that look, so let's go ahead and do that and that. And let's put kind of like that. I think gives a good artistic kind of feel to it.
Yeah, I really like that. I want to do this.
That'll work, Lava can feed furnaces.
I don't see why not. It kind of just looks like a big chimney coming off the top of that too.
Well, I just saw these just kind of laying there. It's like, glass would look really good right there. So, and I like the black glass against the lava.
Yeah.
It kind of gives it a nice look. What are you doing?
Let's see, we're going to do probably 8. We're going to do...
Let's see. Let's do 3. Should we?
Not quite what I was wanting it to do, but close.
What's that? It's just off. Okay, let me see what you're doing. Oh, sparklies. Okay.
Yeah, it's not exactly what I wanted this to do, but we'll work on that.
that spread. And we need to do this. Okay, let's do. Actually, these would be pretty good for that. So, take out this whole line here. And let's do. Okay, so then we'll do that one. And let's see what that powers.
Oh man, I think I just accidentally came up with a really cool fireplace.
Where's that at?
Over at the Super Grill.
That's pretty cool.
Found just the right combo of integers to use with the I think that's, what is that? Just the flame particle. But basically, I've told it that it takes up just a tiny bit of volumetric space, and that it doesn't have any movement speed to it, and that 10 spawn at a time in that position, and that ends up looking a lot like a fireplace.
Well, yeah, that's pretty cool.
There we go.
Not to make light of that, but I'm trying to figure something out. Let's see. And then we need to put one of these. What do we need? We don't need a lever. We probably need a lever.
That's awesome. I love this. The landing strip. It's already fun to use.
Okay, so couple it. Let's see. I wonder if I go down one more.
Oh, I got an idea.
All right, do that. That lights up that. And what if I do that? Nothing. It wouldn't. I don't want to do this. Okay. We'll do it the hard way. No. A way, anyway. So we'll do... So we're going in, so that'll be 2 ticks, that'll be 1 tick, that'll be there. And we'll do this. Boom, boom, boom. So this is my channel. Okay. So there's that. And then we will simply go over to and make another channel. Okay. So then we will go to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
It's like when I took ballroom lessons to ballroom dance. You just count the beat.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
But I mean, man, waltz is super easy. Kind of boring.
That needs to be done. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I never took lessons on that. And if I dance, you will say, yeah, I don't think you have.
Well, yeah, that's totally the reason to take lessons.
Yeah. So, 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, we are skipping. Awesome. I'm trying to work this out. And I think that's the end, right? Yep, right there. So, 3, skip. Skip to my loo. Or is it skip to the loo? I wonder if that's the song. Skip to
Do you know there's a name for the popular misinterpretations of song lyrics? It's called a mondegreen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, there's actually a word for that.
It actually makes more sense.
If you think about Creedence Clearwater's "Bad Moon on the Rising," you know that whole song. I can't remember what the actual title is, but you know everyone seems to think he says, you know, there's a bathroom on the right instead of there's a bad moon on the rise.
Yeah.
It's enough people, you know, mishear it that way that that's considered a very well-known mondegreen.
Well, if you think about it, wouldn't it make more sense to skip to my loo? In other words, you got to go to the bathroom, so, you know, get to the loo.
Yeah, but what are we talking about when we say skip to my loo? What is your loo?
The bathroom.
So
in the UK, the loo is a bathroom.
So what you're singing about is describing running to your own personal bathroom.
Yeah. So somebody comes over, they have to go to the bathroom, and she's your darling.
The logic sounds solid, but I'd like to think that the song probably isn't about a bathroom.
Well, you can think that, but I'll bet you that's probably what it was, is somebody really had to go and, you know, hey, just skip to the loo, my darling. It's right through there. Just it's the bathroom on the left. That being the other song.
Right.
Okay, so I got the lights in, and if we're going to do this, they're going to go this way, so I'll probably put one of these in and put it at 4 ticks. Put one of these in, 4 ticks. Put one of these in, 4 ticks. Come on, people, can you guess? Yeah, I'm going to put one of these in and 4 ticks. And then I'm going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Put one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't want to do that. Do I want to do that? Yeah, these things break. We could do something like this. If we're going to do that, I don't need to do it here. Okay, new idea. I was going to put in a infinite loop on the redstone, then I remembered, yeah, they break. So
Even the new loops that you had done?
well, not the the new loops are based on a clock. I wasn't doing the clock one.
Oh,
Now I'm doing the clock one.
Yeah, and I think we just have to do the clocks that way because it's by your methodology it doesn't burn out, and that's really the only reliable one we've got.
Yeah, I just remember that it's been a while since we've done one of these. So let's do that. Let's see what this does. And hopefully this will work. Do that, and then all I gotta do is that and that. So is it looking cool?
Oh, I'm underground. I'm not seeing anything.
So no. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. I think you will be happy. I think it's the right speed
cool.
too. I'm gonna fill in this little bit. Oh, you put redstone lamps. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm building a thing that turns on these lights when you're in the target area. That's all.
Oh, okay.
But I'm being very picky about which sound effects and particles I'm using, so that takes me a little bit.
I wonder if let's see, do they have no? Okay, I'm not gonna overthink it. I think this works. We'll see what you think when you get back up here. Let's go up. Let's go down. We'll fly. So we're flying. Do. Oh, going in for a landing. Going in. Okay, I'm in the target area. What was that?
Me making sound effects.
Okay. Like, what just happened in here? We're inside. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I can get all the in order to get to the variable I want, I have to have integers for everything up to that point. So I need play sound, source, player, XYZ, volume, and then pitch.
Well, that was a little bit more volume than I was expecting. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Okay. So you want me to close up this hole then? Okay. You didn't even notice. You don't
I see.
care.
I see you building stuff around me.
I was just filling in the hole. That's all. It's one of those things I'm so used to anti-creepering everything that, oh, we're down below. Better put in some glowstone. Even though we had some, got to put in more. So he's putting redstone. You're filling redstone?
Yeah, I'm filling the entire
Particle.
the whole area above us fills in with redstone blocks to turn on the redstone lamps.
Okay. You and your Minecraft colon.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's what autocomplete does. Man, there are so many sound files. It's incredible.
Well, you don't have any particles, so. Are you done yet? Jeez.
No. Set particles. You go ahead, pick them.
I don't know what you got. How do you pick them?
So go into your in your commands, just in your chat line, and do / play sound or particle. I mean, and then space, and you can tab through them.
Angry villager.
And then after
There.
that, you need to give it an XYZ.
Yeah, but I don't know where I'm at.
See, the XYZ is... the XYZ is 145, 178.
What's our Y? 6, 5, 4?
5. Y is 5, and then Z is 178. And then after you type those, you need another 3 set, which is the it's the volumetric radius of the space that the particles will take up. So if you said 0 space 0 space 0, you would say that the particles are only going to spawn on that one point. They're not going to spawn in any larger of a shape. But if you did 1 space 1 space 1, it would be like a 1 pixel sphere's influence around the point, and so on. So for this, let's do 2 space 2 space 2.
2 space 2 space 2. So I have particle, and for some reason, depth suspend.
Okay.
145, 5, 178, 2, 2, 2. Do I need a speed?
Then, yeah, after that is speed. So most particles are kind of crazy. I usually do 0.5 to start to just slow it down.
Okay.
But often 0 and 0.1 and 0.01 look really good on particles, so really slow. After that one, space, and then it's the number of particles that fire when that's triggered. So 1 is typical. For something like this, you might do like 10, just to have a large amount of them. I don't think depth suspend is a very... I don't think it's a very strong effect.
Okay, and do I need anything else, or is that it?
That's it. So you can save that.
Okay. I didn't see. And anything.
You should be able to go up and trigger it.
Well, I did it here. Do I got to be up there?
Yeah, I think you got to be up there.
I don't see it. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's see. I am 145, 5, 178. Let's at least get there. 145. Where's my XY? 145, 178. So it should be right in front of me, right there, and basically on this light, right? Yeah, on that light. But that light is 4, so yeah, right above the light. So absolutely nothing.
Okay, well, it looks like the particles are... I can see the... Yeah, particles is showing up in the consoles that it is playing.
It is. I just don't see anything, so we'll pick something else.
So the fill is probably isn't working just yet, but I don't think I put a complete fill in yet. I could be wrong.
I'm going to see what we got here. Okay, I saw that. I didn't like it, but I saw that. Let's see what else we got. Probably overkill. That was probably definitely overkill. It was cool, but definitely overkill. Didn't see that one at all. Oh, unless it's very subtle. Do you want subtle? Let's make that 100. Let's make this, yeah, that's okay. That's kind of interesting. I like that better. Let's make that 1, 1, 1. Yep. Okay. You filled in the hole with redstone.
Yeah, hang on.
That's
I think I found my issue.
I'm coming out. I'll just make a new one. All you have to do is hit it. I've put in the fill for the air.
Well, for some reason, it's not... doesn't seem to be actually functioning the way I'm anticipating.
Okay.
Am I writing that wrong?
Let's see. You got fill 136, 3, 175, 142, 3, 181. Redstone block 0. Replace is correct. If you don't do the replace, it won't replace what's there. And then you have just a redstone signal on this. This is wrong. You have to put another comparator. So move everything my way once.
You're right.
And then you put your NOT gate. And then I would probably... well, it should work. You might have to put a repeater on this just to slow it down one tick, but it should be okay.
We'll slow it down a little bit. It doesn't need to go off immediately. Am I writing my test? Is my test 4 bad?
I didn't look at that one.
Ah, I have a space in there where it shouldn't be. Aha!
Yeah, now I'm in it. Okay. Do you like my particle?
That's nice.
It's a little pink. little bubbles. Of course, the XYZ probably needs to be changed, but why is that one not working?
Oh, the XY, it doesn't extend far enough.
Okay, so we just gotta do one extra one.
Yeah, so let's see.
What, 143?
143 is what's missing.
So I'll change this one.
There we go. This one's good.
That one should be good too.
Oh, I think you're going to have to get out from the middle of it.
Okay. I'm in a corner.
That's it. Oh, I need to get one in there.
45, 178. $140. So there's that. 1,000. We'll make this say 5 by 2 by 5. Done. There's that. Let me get out of here. I might have to. It's not bad. I made it bigger. My particles, I spread them out a little bit.
Nice. I'm going to give it a test run. Oh, it came in too sharp.
What do you think of the runway lights?
That's super cool. I love how it's animated.
I like how I mean, that's first try. I was like, I don't know if the timing's right, but we'll figure it out. And it's like, well, it's kind of perfect. Gets to the end and then just stops. So it's like, okay, I like it. Of course, it kind of looks like Space Invaders to me.
Kind of does. And then, you know, you send someone at the end and...
Oh, but hey.
It's like human skee ball.
Yeah. I like it. You can play with, change the particles if you want.
It's kind of fun to layer particles, too.
Well, I know that they're kind of going beyond the bounds. So the X, Y, and Z need to be tweaked a little bit. But they're a little bigger than I wanted. We're going to go 3, and I want to do 2,000. Done. Okay, that's better. I kind of like that one because it's just kind of subtle, you know?
Right.
It's not in your face. It's just kind of... So today I was going to suggest we build a farm in the Orange District, and instead we created an evil laboratory.
Sometimes you just never know what's going to happen.
No. Oh, because and it's going to be hard to keep mobs out of here. There's a lot of places to spawn that we can't really light up.
Yeah, but maybe that's the part of the fun of it.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I'm not going to go light them all up. So what kind of contraptions you want in there?
Well, I've had this idea to make this weird loop that all it does is it just changes a block from one type to another, but rapidly. So like you flip the switch on and the loop goes and it switches between all these different blocks. Like, for example, let's say there's 4 different blocks or 6 or whatever, it doesn't matter. But say there's, you know, at least 4 different blocks. Have it just switch between those blocks in a loop rapidly. So the block is just kind of like rapidly changing. And if you built that into kind of like sort of a statue thing, I think that could be have an interesting effect, especially if it's like a glass colored block that you're changing and there's light coming through it.
Okay.
So,
So what
let's.
you want is one of these. Let's see.
If we pick a place to put it, I can start building the frame for it.
You want one of these. There. You're looking off in the distance. Right there.
Yeah.
Pick that up.
Pick what up?
One step forward. There it is. So, what you can do is build your, and it can just be one high, so 3x3 of iron or whatever. Put that in the middle of it, and then you switch out the glass on top of it, which would give you your
colors.
Yeah, but it's got to go have a view to the sky. That might be a problem, since we have that thing above us.
Not a bad idea. Let me see if I can build something.
But we can put glass up above us, and that would give it to the sky. So, yeah, wherever you want to put it, I'll make it work.
Well, I'm thinking we could do a combo of that, and so if we do something like, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm not exactly sure what you're doing, but I'm intrigued.
Okay, so I'm just building kind of a simple front facade here. And what I'm thinking is, like, yeah, we'll just make it simple. So we can say this section in here, which is, let's say, backlit.
Okay.
That would be that to that. Something like that, right? So it changes.
Okay.
I mean, I'd like it to change faster, but that's about as fast as I can run the command.
Well, come over here. And let's see, I think. So plug in a command in between each one of these. So,
oh, that's
boom,
brilliant.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And you can put one off of here if you want, but you'd probably just take a, like off of this one right here. So you can put a command block on this spot right there. Put one there, 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 there. And if you need more than that, we can, you know, put some more.
Well, we can always, yeah, we can pull some more repeaters, but yeah, there we go. I mean, that's all hooked up.
And I'll give you 5 different colors. I'm going to go ahead and even out this ground so it doesn't drive me nuts.
I think they need to be set to impulse.
Yeah. So, impulse, need redstone. Need need redstone. Redstone. So you got all those, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, now, be quiet. It is not time. How did you get out of here? How did I get in here? Oh, there
Go
it
back
goes.
towards the front. There's a opening there.
There we go. This is pretty cool. Probably need 3 more. There's that gap. Do you have 3 more colors you can use?
Oh yeah, I've got like, geez, how many are there?
Let me find the hole again. Did you close the hole?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is great. But then we need to, let's see, let's just take one off of here. We're doing 4 ticks. So we'll go this way, this way, this way. And I'm going to put command block. We'll do this. We'll do this. No. Basically a command block where you're at. And then,
On top of the diamonds? Oh man.
well, you can harvest them if you wish.
Let's see what we're at there. 4, so we're now at 5.
So that one should not get powered, I don't think. No. Not sure if this one's going to get powered. Well, we can do this. No, we gotta do that. It might get powered, I don't know. I'm gonna put one there, I'm gonna put one there, and that one goes there. And I'm gonna put that there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Done. Get rid of that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Okay. So if they're green, you need to do something with them.
I see. So we are up to 6, I think? Yeah, 6.
So let's see. That goes in, and somebody busted out a little bit of my redstone.
Oh no.
Okay, that's better. Just want to make sure we're not powering 2 at the same time. So that one. Why is this always on? This shouldn't be always on. What's going on? Got a feedback. Got a feedback. Oh, there's a feedback. There we go. So that one's on, that one's on, that one's on. Okay. So the last one might not stay on long, but that should do it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So we can essentially repeat this same process, or yeah, we could repeat this same process to fill a block that, you know, say with the beacon is up here, you know, and then we could fill a block that would be right there. That would be just this. Or maybe we just change the coordinates on these so that they fill a larger space and the beacon is just below this.
Yeah, if you What you could do is, if you don't have the replace command, you could put the beacon right here. Then you'd put the platform down here. That's not what I wanted to do. So we got to have something precious. So we'll do, what do you want? Diamond or iron or gold? What do you like?
I'm kind of tired of seeing gold. We've been building with gold for so long.
Well, I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to go with gold unless you really wanted it, but either diamond or iron. So do you like white or let's do diamond?
Well, my theory is we're at bedrock, so it should probably be diamond.
Okay. I was going to go with diamond just because it wasn't white, to tell you the truth. Okay, so now if you put the beacon right in the middle there, and then you change your coordinates to be, well, actually, no, your coordinates are fine, but this can't be here.
Okay. Yeah, we got to go straight up this way, right?
Yeah, all the way through the platform at the top and everything, because it's got to get to...
Oh, it's got to go through the orange base then too, huh?
Yep.
Oh no! What if it goes through a statue?
I hope not.
Oh, only one roof tile was compromised.
Woohoo!
That is amazing.
So now what you got
What a piece of luck.
is a color changing thing.
That is awesome. Man, I'm almost inspired to build something around this and actually delete the houses that I've built.
Get up here, Brutus. It's not time. Well, the houses could be there, but we could put a glass pillar. But yeah, you'd have to change it so you have your walkway still, or just close it off. Because you could do a, just glass it up like this. And then it would look something like, a feature.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Yeah. I mean, whatever you wanted to do there. I mean, I'd probably use clear glass. I only had the dark glass, but... I like how slow the clocks are running when you're not down there. But that's kind of cool. And if you wanted that a solid color, you could just put a piece of glass there. Now, is it switching faster for you up there?
It seems to be switching rather slowly up here.
Okay, because I'm down here and it's switching faster, so it must just be redraw speed. Now, I'd kind of like to see, I think it'd be cool if the Y is all the way up to here. Actually, it only has to be to there. So what's my Y? Looking at 12. So if we change the Y value for these over, let me just do it. 12, and we take away the replace, that should do it. Okay, so I think if I do 12. Did it screw anything up there?
No, everything is looking good.
Okay.
But I'm down here at the bedrock.
Okay. Just as long as I'm not replacing the whole structure, that's good, because you didn't have a replace or anything, so I'm changing the 8 to a 12.
That's kind of cool how some of them don't change, though. I mean, it's
Well,
kind of
yeah.
interesting.
If you don't do the replace, then it shouldn't change anything that's currently there.
I think replace is default, though. If you don't specify, I think it's replace.
Well, then I would have replaced the 3x3 area. Yes. Let's see if that's what's happening. Get me out of here. Yep, I replaced the 3x3. Crap. I should have put keep. Let me put keep. I'll fix it.
I think if you put keep, then they won't change at all, because it'll just, if there's something there, it'll keep it. You gotta replace.
Do you want the 3x3 all the way to the top, or you want me to put it back?
Well, I like the height of it, and it's kind of interesting that they don't change color in the same sequence. Like it.
Well,
If you
they
come
will
take
when
a
I'm
look-
done. I didn't get all the way through it.
Yeah. It would be cool if one of them was in place where it didn't change, just so like every now and then it would be kind of alternating and sort of random seeming.
Okay.
I don't know. It's an idea. Change all of them but one. But otherwise, I really like the effect. It's definitely more dramatic.
Let's see what that looks like. Like that?
That's pretty cool.
I did 2. 2 won't change. Fill in these holes. Yeah, that'll work. Then if you wanted to, you could put a stair in front of this. Something like that. I don't know if you like that or if you want to see the beacon.
I don't know. It kind of looks cool having that exposed.
So. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Okay, so let me do an experiment. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. And I want one of the observer blocks. And I would like to just do this. So let's say over here. Actually, I don't really need that much. Fence there. Okay. No, no, not time. No, not time. Get up here. Up here. Come here. Get up here. Come up here. Come up here. It's almost time, but it's not time yet. You're just not going to do it, are you? Well, I'm not going to give you what you want, so you're just going to have to give me a poke. There you go. Say hi to the world. Hi, world. Okay, we give you Petsies. So everybody who is watching me not do anything, it's because I was giving my puppy Petsies.
It's an important part of the program.
Yep. Okay, so now I want to observe that.
This thing is looking really cool.
Come on, sheep. Oh, I gotta shear you.
It's like club lights.
Yeah. All we need is a techno. Do 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 do.
Oh, you said it. Now you know what I gotta do.
Particles. No. No. Get over here. Get over here. Come over here. I am doing an experiment. I can't do that right now. Come here. Come over here. Don't walk on that side. You got to come up on this side. I got to wait for this sheep to eat something. Got to see if this works.
On my end, it just sounds like you're beating him.
That's the couch. This is the couch.
I know that. No, I know that. It's just kind of like comical because all you can hear is the sound and you go,
Nobody call anybody. It's the couch. Oh, you're going to fall. That's why I said you can't come up on this side. Pookie. Now the other one's up. You see what you did. Now I got
a chain reaction of dog snuggles.
Okay, I got to let him out. Everybody, watch that light. And when I come back, oh, he's eating something. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that'll work. I'm going to let the dogs out. You guys watch the sheep. And I will be back in a minute. Come on, guys. There you go. Have fun. Okay, they're outside. So what we have here is probably something I will have to do off camera, because I've never built one of these, but I thought it was really cool, and since this is an evil lab, I thought this would be a perfect place to put it. Basically, when a sheep eats grass, an observer block will send out a signal based on that fact. Now, as you can see, the sheep is standing on the grass in a fence, can't move. And if I get one of these pistons on my bar, I can do something like, let's see, so that'll go there, so this will go here, and let's just do this. So that'll push it across there, that'll go there, so that goes there. So then this will go here, not there, but there. Boom. I'll push that to there, and then we need one that goes here. Right there. Oh. Right there. Okay. Let's move everything smaller. Okay, so let me walk you through this here, people watching. And from the comments, I can tell that's not anybody, because nobody's commented yet, so we don't know who won.
It's a tie.
Yeah, I think it might have to. Okay, so that goes there. That gets pushed into there. So that will have to extend. Okay. So when the sheep eats, I'm going to send a redstone, which will go, it looks like I need to go this way. 3, 4, and we'll do that. And then I will come across here, and of course we'll have to put in some repeaters, but I am just getting this done. So we'll put one there, we'll put one there, we'll put one there, and that should work. Okay, so this is going to send out a signal which is going to fire this, and then we'll put a repeater there. Increase, we'll put a repeater there, and then we'll put, yeah, it should probably put one there. Okay. Don't need that anymore. So as you can see, that kind of worked. That pushes that one. Then this one's going to come through. And that would push that one, so that should have a block. And this will come through. And that one pushes that one. And then this one pushes that one. Okay, boom. I think I built it. Okay, so he must have eaten something. So that should have a block. This should have a block. Let me just walk through it. Okay. As you can see, he keeps eating, which is throwing off my counting. And something's not quite right, so I got to figure this out. So he eats the block, fires a redstone. Redstone comes in here, hits that. Okay, this should probably be a bigger delay. So that's going to fire, pushing the grass that way. So this shouldn't have grass on it. Then this one's going to fire, pushing this grass into the empty spot, which means this might not be right, which is probably why I said this probably will need to be done off camera to work this out. But anyway, the theory is, so that one moves, that one goes there, that one's there, we put 4 ticks there, and then that should be fine. Okay, so if I fire this with just a simple button, let's get a button. I don't need that, I can just click that, put a button in my hotbar, and we'll leave that there, and we'll just put a little button right here. Okay. So if this all works, that one, that one, that one, and this one got pushed in a weird spot. Why did that one get pushed in a weird spot? It's probably because this should, no, this should have one. This one shouldn't have one. Or should it? That shouldn't have one. This one shouldn't have one. Okay, that worked. Haha! Yay! Come see, come see, come see.
Okay, so you've got an observer block watching to see if this sheep is going to eat the grass, right?
Uh-huh. And then it moves its eaten grass out of the way, which will grow back into grass, and push grass under him so he can eat again.
Huh. So you've got a sheep clock.
Yeah.
Which is sort of a random number generator in it.
It is, but it's also a way that you could, you can breed sheep and then shear them, and they would always have grass under them. So if you wanted an AFK sheep farm, you could put like 50 sheep in there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And then they'd always have grass because anytime they eat it, it would just move grass, and you just go in this circle and grass will grow again. So by the time it comes back around, now if the stupid thing would just eat it, we'll see it go again. That would be nice. Come on, eat it. I'm going to put more sheep in there if it doesn't eat something. I'm going to get sheep to eat in there. Let's see if I can get sheep in there. There you go. See, now we got some sheep in there, and it can't go too fast. That's the problem. Yeah, it's going too fast now. Okay, guys, you're breaking it if you're going so fast. So I got to figure out to make sure it can't break it.
You should come check out what I built over by the disco lights.
Okay. Cool.
It's a terrible clock. It's just a loop. It'll burn itself out, but I just wanted to do it for sake of humor.
I like it. Where is it? Underneath? Down there?
Yeah, it's down here.
Yep. Okay, they went back in. I'll be back in a second. You guys want back in? It's not that time, I told you. Now you have to wait. Okay, I like this.
Well,
we're making a disco.
The loop isn't great. It's just, you know, repeaters.
Yeah, but we're making a disco. It's your fault.
Oh, so do I need to expand the sound set here?
Well, I'm going to probably change this. For one, you're using way too much space for just the bass line alone. Because you could... Let's see. Okay. Can I break this?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's do a clock over here real quick. And we'll do a repeater. I need a repeater. Don't need the button. Okay. So I will do one of... Need a redstone torch right there. Don't need the piston anymore. So we'll do that. We'll do that and subtract.
Thing is we don't even need to use note blocks. We could use command blocks to play the sounds too.
Yeah. Either way works. Let's do that. And we'll do that. And then we'll do that. Is that the void?
That is the void, yes.
Awesome. Let's not bust that out.
That's how deep we are right now. We're standing on Y1. So everything below us is basically you fall to instant death.
So you basically have 2 tones, right?
Currently, yeah.
Okay, so we can just do this, and we can do.
It's a 4-step sequence, is what it is. What would be better is an 8-step sequence. And this is why command blocks are better, because with note blocks, their volume doesn't go very far. And so, like, if you do like a row, and you're far from the end of the row, the music fades out as it plays, and that kind of sucks. So command blocks are better because you can just target the player in this area and it'll play it to them at whatever volume you define. So that's probably the better strategy here. We could take it even so far, and I've always wanted to build this, but it's kind of a massive undertaking. But having a song that's set to a clock that's all synchronized, but like 4 separate layers that you can manually turn on and off. When you turn them on and off, it just enables the blocks to play as part of the loop. So you don't have to worry about timing them because all the loops are together. It's sort of just like a mute switch. But that takes like layers of loops.
Yeah, and we can do that. Just not right now.
Well, let me see here.
That's a little slow, so we just speed it up. And why is this always powered? This shouldn't be always powered. Oh, because it's too fast. Timing sucks.
It's hard to get.
They're close. Just not quite. There we go. Second one just occasionally is just a hair off, but then it catches up. Of course, I could do something like this. Get rid of that. Then maybe no. Okay, this is harder than it looks. But we don't need both sides. So if we did the command block thing, where's my command block? There we go. Don't need that. We could do don't fall into the void. Actually, we could do this. No. Put one of these in between each one. Actually, do that. Don't need. Was that powering that? I like that.
Well, I'm trying to run figure out what
means-
the command for play sounds is, so I'm running some commands.
No, I was just looking at the power. I didn't know I could do that. So if we did that, we get rid of this. Don't use this side of the loop. We can make this as long as we need it to be to restart the loop. So boom, 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 boom. So we could do that, do that. And then we can make this as long as we want. Don't need that. Okay, so something like this. And of course, if that's not enough delay in between each one, is that too fast? Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, that would be probably a pretty fast song, I guess. So we might need to put more repeaters in between to get the tempo you want. So impulse need redstone. Impulse need redstone. Impulse need redstone. Make sure you click done or it's not going to work. I don't think staring at the block's going to work.
I'm reading on the how to play the note blocks, but the information I'm finding online is not quite giving me where I need to go. I don't want to have to dig through all the sounds.
Play sound.
Even though it says we're hearing notes, I'm just not hearing them.
Is it just play sound?
Are you hearing that at all on your side?
Play sound. Hey. I did not hear anything, no. Should be music, I would guess.
Yeah, I just don't hear it at all.
So what's the command? Play sound harp? Is that what you're trying to play?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't seem to work, so I'm going the old school. Because it says it's playing it, but I don't hear it.
Maybe harp isn't a good sound. And you're putting master? I wonder if that matters.
Yeah, I use master. There we go.
I heard that.
That's the thing we want there. Okay.
I know if you use at A, it plays it for everybody.
Yeah, what I do is an add A with the radius so that it plays it only for people who are, within the range. Because I don't want it playing for everyone, necessarily everyone.
You're just saying you don't want to hear the beat when I'm down here boogieing.
It should have a radius. That's what I'm saying.
Just saying it needs a radius. Not saying anything.
So they're under, the sounds are actually under block.note. And then the name of the instrument. So bass drum, which is hilariously misspelled as BASE, is what you have to run. So if we did that for, say, this one, it would look like that.
Okay.
Now, if we wanted to alter that, say.
There you go. Rock the bait.
Well, that's not all. I mean, we can chain things. I guess we could face these sideways, and I can pull some.
Well, you should be able to do this. Let me get to there. Bunk. Bunk. Bunk.
Yeah, but that puts a delay on it. I want them to fire asynchronously to these.
Well, just put another block right here. Should get power because it's going through the block. I think it is anyway. This is all experimentation. Did it do anything?
Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out pitch that I want to hear.
How do I get? Let's see. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. I don't know. Well, the bat's watching you, so you better do it right. Oh, are you doing a chain?
Yeah, or does it need to be an impulse?
Well, it's getting redstone now. The chain would actually happen right after it. It should be getting redstone at the same time this block is getting redstone. Because redstone's going through this block. So this would have to be impulse, need redstone. I hear it. I think that's, I don't know what you put on there.
Yeah, I think so.
Different phase. You have kind of like a bing thing out of it. I don't know if the next one gets the redstone. Let's find out. Okay, it won't go another block, so. But then again, if we're going to do the chain thing, I could easily work that out.
It is actually ignoring the pitch data for some reason. Let me see what I'm missing. XYZ. Oh, that's what it is.
Hey, this is getting pretty cool. Now to expand this, I actually have to redesign a little bit. So basically I would have one of these, then we do that, one of those, all the way down for each.
The effect is
piece.
great.
But that's doable.
Yeah, it's the most exclusive club in our entire seed.
That's I like it. Okay, I might be working on that since I did my sheep thing this off camera.
How do you think we can pull more of a signal off of those?
Yeah, I just got to redesign it because what I have to do is we're going to extend out this way some more. And then instead of going too deep, I'll just make it so you have a whole line of stuff you can do for each section.
I don't know that I need a whole lot more. We could just pull another line off and just mimic this side, but with a second branch. You know what I mean? Set to the same timing.
We can try. We'd have to go this way. So then it's just another, let's see, we'll just do what I do. One, so command block, and there. Do that, and do that, and then there, do-do. Nope. There, do that, and do that. Put one of these into there. Do that. Do that. Oh. That. Do that. There you go. Another line. Okay, just needs the sounds. These are what, 4s? 1, 2, 3. There's that. That should be fine. Should be the same. Oh, that's a nice. Beep.
Ooh.
I think you need to tune the piano a little bit.
Weird. I'm following. It's weird because it's values between 0 and 2.0. So it's like trying to tune it is so hard.
At least note blocks, there's, you know, it's like half steps, but I can't believe this is working.
This is a nice little song.
It is. I wonder if I put... Ooh, this is exciting. Let's see here. This is interesting. I'm liking this. That's so funny.
Man, it just sounds awful.
Get them all done yet? What are you doing? You needed more?
I was thinking about doing some syncopation.
Okay. So I was gonna say we can go off in this direction if you want. Got one more path we can go. Or I can redesign it and go off with this, and we can have as many paths as we need, really.
Is that kind of making the loop funny, though?
No. I kind of liked it. I wouldn't do it on every single one, but it was a accent piece.
Yeah.
Kind of, like a double kick, or on the,
Yeah.
beat or something like that. Oh, did I not do? Is this part of the? Let's do this one too. I did not do this one. That can't be that though. That's got to be that. Okay. Boom, 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 and boom, boom. Put a 1 there. We're gonna put 4 there. All right.
Yeah, I think I like that.
And come up here and see what you think. All off the note blocks. I just randomized the repeaters going this way, and it looks totally random. You take out that, and that. So we got a dance floor! And then you can kind of frame it.
Yeah, I like that.
So we got
But
our disco lights. And
you got to be close enough to hear it, though. There's a point where it just cuts off.
Right there. I can hear the bass, which is kind of cool.
See, this is what I'm saying. I'd love to make a loop player where you can turn on and off parts of the loop manually.
Well, you could, or you could just randomize. An easy way to do a randomizer. Let's do this real quick, and then I'm gonna probably think about getting off. So you get yourself a little clock. We do this. We put one of these, and we'll do this. So we'll just make a little clock, like that. We'll slow it up some. Okay, and then you make a dropper dispenser. I think that's what you want. And you do that, and then you get yourself a hopper, and then you do that, one of these, and then you put one of these, and we'll put a sword and a piece of wool and a piece of glowstone in there. And of course it's not going to do it because it's not actually going in there, so we'll just do that. Okay, so it must want the other thing. So we need a dropper instead. I always get the two confused. And why is that? Oh, they're too close. Okay. I'm going to rebuild my clock. Do that, and then we'll just do, get rid of this. We'll take an input off of there, and then we'll do that, and then that, and that. Okay. So then we put another piece of grass on there, put one more redstone there, and then put a light right here. And you notice it doesn't always come on because the only thing that will turn it on is the sword, because it doesn't stack. So it will go more than a block of redstone. So if I wanted to, I could put more items in here that will stack. And now that slows down the random choice. So right now I got so many non-stackable items, it won't come on but once every, blue moon. Like there.
Yeah, okay. So
you could use this kind of a randomizer of when to play the second one or not. So, and you can just, play with the items and, get your chances. I did this over in the Gulf area to randomize some things. This is how I did it.
Oh, I see. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that'll go more in a block of redstone is non-stackable items, or if you get a full stack in the hopper. So, or...
Yeah, I can see it. When the sword pops up, it's like, oh, okay, signal.
Yep. Simple way to do a randomizer. And then, of course, we'll probably want to replace the torch with a lever so we can turn all that off. I do like what we've accomplished here. So, I'm going to go up and switch it to lava. Unless you want me to leave it water.
Nah, I'd say switch it to lava.
We don't want anybody getting in here. Okay, and that would be this switch right here. Boom. And there you go. Protected.
Nice.
So, okay, that'll be the end of the episode today. We will see you next week. Again, we're still waiting to see who won 2 weeks ago. So if you're watching this video and you want to vote, watch 2 weeks ago video, and it'll tell you what you're voting on. Other than that, I hope you had a good time watching. See you next week. Have a good week. Bye.
See ya.